Welcome back to this playthrough for Fallout New Vegas. In this video we're going to be continuing the Render unto Caesar, or Kaiser, quest line. And that has us going into the Ultralux. We're going to go in here and find Marjorie. See what we can see.
Beg your pardon, but could I trouble you to turn over your weapons?
I like the bottom one.
My deepest apologies for the slightest inconvenience. You have my assurance that everything will be returned upon your departure. But we simply can't have anyone waving their weapons around in the hotel. It's not the atmosphere we wish to cultivate. Please, enjoy your stay. Pleasure speaking to you.
I spoke to Raoul, I guess. Well, we're looking for Marjorie. I wonder if we're going to have to do the quest here. Might have to, actually. Right there. Yep.
How do you do? Welcome to the Ultralux. I do hope it exceeds your every expectation. Tell your ruler we have no interest in such ties. Caesar's Legion is a collection of unclean barbarians. Anytime the White Glove Society is mentioned in the same breath, it sullies our good name. As much as Mortimer and some of the other members have tried to convince me otherwise, I will not have us seen as savages. I do, but one can hardly call it work. I think of myself as a caretaker rather than a common laborer. I suppose it is a labor of love if it can be called labor at all. We at the White Glove Society are all responsible for maintaining the beauty and class of the Ultralux. And as its founder, I suppose it falls to me to decide how we go about it. Ta-ta!
It can't truly be that quick, can it? Oh, yeah, there it is. Bring the Legion's offer of alliance to Mortimer. Okay. Oh. Marjorie. Guess we're going to have to do this the hard way.
How may I be of service, sir? Looking to elevate his social status, is he? I'll admit, I could see benefits to living under his rule. Certain transgressions he'd be willing to overlook. But that's neither here nor there, I'm afraid. Marjorie won't have it, as long as she fails to see the wisdom of my perspective. No, not from the likes of you, I'm afraid. I don't think you'd have the stomach for it. Better look elsewhere.
Huh.
My, such a popular question. I suppose it is only natural to see us and wonder what it is that makes us special. The White Glove Society has only just made itself known to the public, of course, but our pedigree was established over generations. Were we always so refined? I'd be lying if I said yes. But I've always felt we were destined for a place atop modern society. And now, here we are. Not everyone can wear the finest clothes and eat the finest foods, obviously. That's just the reality we live in. But surely we can agree that the most tasteful, sophisticated people are the most deserving. And that's what the White Glove Society is all about. Indeed.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to look this up. Can't possibly be that cut and dry. Or maybe it could be. Who knows? Let me load my earlier save real quick. And let's see if we can get this quest going, because I think we have to do the Beyond the Beef quest.
Hey, beg your pardon, stranger, but I'm looking for someone. You ain't seen a young man with dark brown hair and a white hat on lately, have you? Ain't nobody got one darn piece of news about my boy. Not one lousy speck of information. Ain't got one Brahmin unaccounted for across a dozen ranches. But I'm here for an hour and my own son just up and disappears on me. Yep, got a whole mess of Brahmins to my name. Bighorners, too. Used to just have the one ranch, but land was easy to grab before the soldiers moved in. Before I knew it, I was running one of the biggest ranching operations east of California. Now, everywhere I go, folks I never even met shake my hand and call me Mr. Gunderson. Don't quite know what to make of that. Made me a special arrangement with the hotel. They want to do business with me, they got to play by my rules. A lot of people out there resent success. Might want to take a swipe at me. This makes them think twice. If I'd have been thinking, though, I'd have had him watching my boy instead. Then none of this would have happened. My boy, Ted, he was right here. I didn't leave him but a minute. I told him to stay put while I talked some things over with the White Glove folks. He was never one to stay tied down to a spot, though. Gets that from his mother. Got most of my staff out looking for him now. I'd be out myself, but I keep hoping he'll show up back here. Of course, if he does that, I'll whoop him till his skinny hide turns to leather for putting me through this. But that don't mean I wouldn't be grateful. I'd be more than happy to have you. Heck, I'll hire anybody with a pair of legs and at least one good eye at this point. There'd be a lot of money in it for you if you can get him back to me safe. And if he ain't, you can bet I'll pay for the names of the sons of bitches responsible. That's between me and the White Glove Society. But let's just say they control the food supply around here, and I got lots of food to give. But that ain't as welcome as you might think. That's what they call themselves, the folk that run this place. They're the ones dressed all fancy with their bow ties and shiny dresses. Some of them got masks, too. Real hard to trust folks like that. A couple of them show their faces, and that's who I do my business with. I don't talk to none of the other ones. I'll be here.
I think that might get it
Glad
going
those
for me.
damn bots are gone for good.
There was some kind of massacre at one of the ranger stations. I don't know which one.
With House out of the way, I hope
Our
someone
executive
opens
chef
the
for
Lucky
week is the
38.
toast of New Vegas. His Brahmin Wellington is absolutely sublime.
Not hard to talk to a guy with a mask on. I'm definitely going to have to play this one a little cautiously. It's very easy to get locked out of things.
I hear some asshole freed our enemy from McCarran.
How may I be of service, sir? No, not from the likes of you, I'm afraid. I don't think you'd have the stomach for it. Better look elsewhere. Indeed.
Alright, so maybe talking to Mortimer be good after we do this quest. In his favor, of course.
Welcome to the Ultralux. I do hope it exceeds your every expectation.
And we'll go ahead and skip through this real quick.
I do, but one can... This again? I thought this was all settled. I answered every one of that investigator's questions to his satisfaction and gave all the help I could. I know our reputation hasn't always been spotless, but that's all in the past now. How some people can't get over it is beyond me. For the last time, the White Glove Society has never and will never consume human flesh for any reason. It's written in the charter. There was an investigator who came through here last week. He'd been hired by a young man whose bride-to-be went missing during their stay here. Well, you can already guess what probably happened, can't you? It seems perfectly likely that she got cold feet and ran off. And that young groom just didn't have a clue, the poor dear. A man? Well, then this can't be. 2 disappearances in my hotel? What will people say? I'm going to have a word with my staff about security on the premises. Whether these people are found or not, our guests simply must feel safe in their own rooms. Why, yes, I think so, if he hasn't checked out yet, that is. I had our maitre d' Mortimer offer him a complimentary room for as long as it took for him to be satisfied. You see, the White Glove Society remains the very picture of courtesy, even in the face of such impolite accusations. We have nothing to hide here.
Sure.
Now, didn't I already tell you that we don't do that sort of thing? We do not engage in cannibalism here under any circumstances. Though we haven't always been the White Glove Society. There was another time, a dark time, when we went by a different name. But that's all changed now. We've evolved past such base impulses since settling into our new home. I've seen to it that those days are behind us. Ta-ta.
Yeah, I wonder if... Okay, so I still have that open. Bring it to Mortimer. Let's see if we can get him to help me out.
How may I be of service, sir? Ah, yes. I've heard that one too. Jealous people say such nasty things. I feel sorry for them. Good. And you know what it is to be discreet in matters of nutrition. Perhaps you can help me. I'm in a bind. I've been planning an exquisite society dinner, but there's a bit of a problem with the main course. He's got a powerful and temperamental father. Yes, the wrong person. We scouted the right one for weeks. The heir to a mercantile empire. Sort of a black sheep. He cut ties with his family and left their estate to wander. He was ideal, corn-fed and well-to-do, but no one to miss him if he were to disappear. Unfortunately, the trap my subordinates set for him failed, and as he escaped, he saw their faces. Now he's wary. I asked for a last-minute replacement, and they stole the son of the most dangerous Brahmin baron in New Vegas while he stayed at this very hotel. Needless to say, this could be a disaster if things aren't put back the way they should be. And I still need somebody reputable to serve for dinner. Strictly speaking, we're no longer allowed to eat people, but I'm hoping the right person and preparation might sway Marjorie to see things my way. I need a replacement, and I need the boy taken care of. The replacement must be healthy and well-bred. One can't very well make steak from gristle. With so little time, we'll have to go after our original choice, Carlisle St. Clair. He lives in a shack north of here. For freshness, we need him alive. If you could send him here or knock him out with this and drag him into the dumpster next to his house, we can do the rest. Not this one. Empty. I don't believe it's seen use since before the war. And what would the point be, really? Who would pick up his trash if he used it? But for our purposes, it should keep his body safe and hidden until my cohorts can recover it. Ted Gunderson is his name. It would be simplest if we could convince him this was all an unfortunate misunderstanding. But if he won't listen, we can't very well let him go. He'll have to be slaughtered and served. Then we wouldn't need the replacement. But you would need to deal with his father, heck. Perhaps if you could smear some of Ted's blood around his father's hotel room, you could frame him. No. Everyone he meets, he tells the same story. That his son disappeared from the casino, not from his room. He'll look guilty. Looking to elevate his social status, is he? I'll admit, I could see benefits to living under his rule. Certain transgressions he'd be willing to overlook. But that's neither here nor there, I'm afraid. Marjorie won't have it, as long as she fails to see the wisdom of my perspective. Indeed, let's. Splendid, splendid. The boy is being held in the kitchen beneath the gourmand. Here are some keys that will allow you access to him. The elder Gunderson is staying in our penthouse. I understand he's hired security, so be careful if you go up there. And our Mr. St. Clair resides to the north. He rarely strays far from his house, and he's surrounded it with booby traps.
No.
Indeed.
Of all the companions I have, I think this would definitely be one of the least likely ones to be done. Okay. All right, we'll go ahead and save here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to run back to my room and
House out of the way. I hope someone opens the lucky 38.
I'm going to grab a holdout weapon, because there's very high likelihood I'll need one. Alright, back in here, I have Maria ready to go. Always a nice reliable holdout weapon. Let's go see if we can't find Ted here. I believe this is the right spot.
I'd wager that the Army's sending elite units our way, right as we speak.
Oh.
You, what do you think you're doing? Yes. He was none too pleased when he discovered who he took. The boy is in the freezer, back through the kitchen.
He's up here.
Hey there. My daddy's gonna kill all you bastards once he finds out what you done to me. My daddy sent you? God damn it. I almost died in here. What the hell took you so long? It's just one damn hotel. Who did this to me anyway? They hit me over the head before I got a look at them.
Oh, nice.
My daddy's got a lot of enemies. It don't make no sense that the White Pants Society would kidnap me. He's here to do business with them. Well, you got a point. But if you don't know who it is, my daddy's gonna be awful mad he ain't got anyone to shoot over this. Alright, let's get out of here.
You talk real stupid for a grown person.
Hello there.
Don't you bow up there, kid. Let's go.
Oh my God. Ted, are you all right?
Quit your hollering. I'm fine.
You got me my boy back. I got no words. Now, I hope you didn't do no harm to whoever's responsible for this. I want to skin their hides myself. Confound it. I just don't know how I'm supposed to sleep knowing whoever done this got away. All right. Well, I promised you I'd make it worth your while. So here you are. Try not to lose it all at the same casino.
So that actually went pretty well. Right. So we're going to do the Carlisle St. Clair thing. Okay. Get on out of here. Doing this the bad way sure does go pretty quickly, doesn't it? Rex, you're under my feet, man. His location, so he wants me to cattle prod him. Not very good with melee stuff, but we'll see how this goes.
They say the Legion's bringing in veterans from out in Arizona. They must be getting ready to attack. Keep your distance. Who are you and what do you want? Are they back?
Okay. Well, that was actually easier than doing what they suggested. Right, that went even better than I thought it would.
Thank you for visiting New Vegas.
It didn't crash that time, so that's nice. Every now and then you got these just weird crashes at random.
Beg your pardon, but could I trouble... My deepest apologies. Adieu.
Greetings.
This part might be tricky, so let's go ahead and save it.
Any word as to our arrangement? Just as I asked. What a magnificent relief. By now, barring any more bungling, my underling should have him on his way here. You have done very well in keeping this business low-key. I appreciate your discretion. I'll be sure to drop your name during our functions. I hope you understand what a tremendous boon this will be to your standing in society. We'll know after tonight's banquet at 7 o'clock. I'll only be telling everyone what they've eaten after they've eaten it. That way, they will all have crossed the same silly taboo. They'll have to reconsider it, even Marjorie. It's all image with her anyway. She just needs to realize the only difference between savage and sophisticated is the proper seasoning.
Okay.
Indeed.
Alright, so this is after 7. So I guess I need to come back here after 7 o'clock tonight.
I hear some asshole freed our enemy from McCarran.
Oh. That enemy. I wonder who they could be talking about. Anyway, I guess I'll just go rest up real quick and then we'll come back and see if I can get him to side with the Legion. Alright, waiting till past midnight. There he is.
Ah, you're back. You're always a welcome guest here. I certainly did. Philippe created an extraordinary amuse-bouche from the flesh of the late Mr. St. Clair. Everyone at the banquet loved it. I told them what it was and the room was quiet for a moment, but then we all had a hearty laugh. Now that it's been accepted, it will become a regular course for us. It's a new and exciting frontier for our chef. I've never seen him so cheerful. Oh, I very much doubt that. What fun would it be if everyone could have it? Then again, I wouldn't be surprised if our chef used it here and there as a secret ingredient to make his dishes really come alive.
In a manner of speaking.
I should think so, but it would be up to Marjorie. I have, however, told her how instrumental you were in revolutionizing our cuisine, and she knows what we stand to gain from a ruler who supports it. Have a word with her, see what she says. I dare say she'll be more receptive with these new developments. Indeed.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Ultralux. I do hope it exceeds your every expectation. I don't care for their incivility or the hodgepodge of sporting equipment that passes for fashion with them. Nevertheless, I have heard Caesar has a stately dignity about him, and I understand his policies will agree with our new menu. I prefer Mr. House, of course, but he may not be around forever, and the NCR will surely set back our cuisine. Tell your Mr. Caesar we are with him. Why, it's splendid. Simply to die for. Mortimer told me about you, you know. What a pair of mischief makers you two are. But the new entrees are fresh and bold, and I have the two of you to thank for it. What else? Mr. Gunderson and I have been discussing his livestock. It's put us in a rather delicate position, you see, his coming here. Not that we aren't grateful for his generous offer. But our executive chef, Philippe, has transformed ramen steak into a delicacy. He really is a genius. Everyone wants it. But a delicacy is just that, delicate. If everyone can get it, it ceases to be a delicacy. It becomes a perfectly ordinary staple. And if the gourmand served staples, it would no longer draw the caliber of people it deserves. It would be a diner or a family restaurant. So as much as we'd all love for there to be enough steak for everyone, I'm afraid there are more important things to consider. Ta-ta.
Alright, now this is where I gotta play it a little bit on the safe side. There's NCR people walking around this place. I don't want to get jumped by them, even if they are drunkards. Well, that's one of the downsides to the mods. Sometimes they don't have a controller in mind when you're doing them. Play around with things, you can crash your game too. Not cool. Alrighty. Let's see here. I do. Actually, they may not hate me just yet. Well, they probably will. This is a safe spot to swap out of the uniform. Oops, Rex is chasing somebody. Going after guy. Nobody. Okay.
By order of Caesar, all visitors... Your belongings will be...
It's the principle of the matter now. Much work as I've done for y'all.
I'm looking forward to getting sent across the river.
The new slave girls are quite beautiful.
Guys.
Okay, boss. I'll just...
Good, that's good. Not that I need it, but...
Slaves aren't much of a challenge in the arena.
This is true. It's very true.
I understand that you freed Silas before he could talk. I approve. Silas dishonored himself when he let himself be captured, and he'll pay the price for that. But the NCR didn't learn anything valuable. The last time we met, I believe we were talking about the White Glove Society. I appreciate your concern, but I'm in excellent health, and we have other matters to discuss. Have you been successful in your efforts to recruit the White Glove Society? Good. It will be valuable to have allies on the Strip when Hoover Dam is taken. Now, as for your next assignment, I want you to destroy the Mojave chapter of the Brotherhood of Steel. It's not a full-strength chapter, mind you. The profligates...
Hello, we were talking.
Huh? Yeah. 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 The Brotherhood. Them. I don't know. There have been a couple. Don't. Just leave it alone. I'm fine. Now, what was I saying? Right. Look for the Brotherhood's bunker around, Hidden Valley. My scouts saw some things. I'm going to bed. We'll talk later.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess it makes sense.
Was there more for us to discuss?
I talked to him about this already.
Were they?
Well, you know, there you have it. Heading towards the end of the game now. Get some more levels.
Right behind you, boss.
All right, so basically what we did is we completed the Beyond the Beef quest. I guess there's really no reason for me wearing Benny's suit right now. And
True to Kaiser.
we have definitely angered the NCR, but you know, that was about to happen one way or the other. I'll have to do a little bit of video editing to take care of some of the issues with crashes, and of course a couple of restarts in the quest line, because it seemed like I was going to get locked out at a couple of points. But so hopefully this video won't be too terribly long, but we'll see. Anyway, that'll do it for this video, so thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.